It is perhaps fitting that Joe McCarthy was born in New York, because Ireland's newest rugby star stood out like a skyscraper at the Stade Velodrome in Marseille last Friday night. The 22-year-old's immense Six Nations debut drew high praise from all quarters, earning him a Man of the Match award and newfound fame that's extended to feature pieces about his haircut in the national media. He has the rugby world at his feet, but it wasn't always obvious that the Dubliner was going to make the grade. In his early teenage years at Blackrock College, McCarthy was on the bench for the junior forts before a growth spurt and lots of work in the gym took hold, and by the time he was doing his leaving cert, he was part of a senior cup team and he's never looked back. Leinster got a look at him and quickly fast-tracked him into their senior squad. He made his provincial debut in January 2022 and within 2 months was training with Ireland, where Johnny Sexton hailed him as outstanding. He toured New Zealand and played twice against the Maori in the summer of 2022 before making his senior debut off the bench in Australia that November. By last year's World Cup, he started against Romania and was brought on when the quarter-final against New Zealand was in the balance. To say he's kicked on in the months since would be an understatement. He's won back-to-back Player of the Month awards at Leinster, where he's been the outstanding player this season, and on Friday he took the next step and went to a whole new level. How good was he in Marseille, in Ireland's 38-17 win over France? Well, let's look at the stats from Stats Perform. Well, of all the second rows playing in last weekend's opening round of the Six Nations, only his Ireland partner Tyke Byrne had more carries for more metres than McCarthy's 9 runs for 30 metres. No player made more metres per carry than Joe McCarthy, and 89%, a huge number, of his carries got over the gain line. Maro Itoje's 50% for England was the only player that came close, and only the English Lion, a player of huge experience, had more carry dominance in England's win over Italy. McCarthy beat 3 defenders, more than any other lock, while he's had 2 dominant tackles for good measure. It was a performance that marked him out as a world-class second row in waiting, a player who Ireland can build their pack around for the next decade. He's no ordinary Joe, and he comes from no ordinary family. After the game, he gave his Man of the Match award to his older brother Andrew, who has Down syndrome and is a sports nut, acting as Leinster's culture captain this season, and he plays himself for the Sea Point Dragons. And then there's another McCarthy making waves in Irish rugby, and Joe's younger brother Paddy, who was a star of Ireland's under-20 Grand Slam winning team last season, who got to the World Cup final in South Africa and has already played 4 times for Leinster this season. He's very highly rated as well. But for now, it's his older brother Joe who's making waves on an international stage. Andy Farrell calls him Big Young Joe, and he's one of a kind.